Today I'm talking to artists, singers, rappers, and songwriters about getting your business together. Hey, I'm Steve Smith, and over the years I've watched so many people hurt themselves because they think that the music business is too hard to understand or it's uncool to be a music business person. I've got 4 things I want to get you started on so that you can learn to take care of yourself, understand the music business, and just do better for yourself. Okay, let's get started. So why is it worth knowing? Well, once you have music out in the world and it starts to generate revenue, a lot of people don't get paid because they don't set themselves up to get that stuff in. And there's a lot of streams, and I'm going to get into all of that at a later date. But there are 4 things I want you to understand so that you can start setting yourself up. Copyright, publishing, distribution, and management. Even if other people step into the picture and start taking care of those things, if you don't understand how the business works, you're not going to be able to guide your own career and make good decisions for yourself. The first part is the actual recording, like what used to be on a piece of tape and what is on a hard drive now. And you can take an MP3 and you can email it to somebody, or you can take a WAV file and you can send it to a digital distributor. So the actual recording, that singular version, you could make another version of a song, and that would be a second copyright. The other copyright is the writing of the song itself. So you've got a melody, maybe you've got lyrics, maybe you've got a rap, you've got an instrumentation, and strictly speaking, the instrumentation isn't part of the copyright, but because that's become such a signature part of a song, I mean, think of any hit song right now, and the actual sonic scape of it and the instrumentation and the track are really a part of the DNA of that song. So the actual writing of the song is a separate copyright. So the recording of the song and the writing of the song, those are the things that are the protected entities or the intellectual property. So let's understand what those things are first. Publishing is deep, and we could actually spend hours on it, and we could talk about it probably for weeks before everybody would understand. And I've been in the music business for years, and there are questions that I still have about publishing sometimes. But in its most basic sense, publishing is when something is released out into the world, it's published. And then after that, it starts generating money. And what a publisher does is partly collect all the money that's coming in so that you can get paid. And in the music business, a publisher also has the function of creating opportunity for you. A publisher can do a lot of things for your career, but you're going to have to get to a certain point before that publisher is able to leverage your success into bigger success. So understanding how it works in the beginning is really important so that you can build your career up. The first thing I would suggest to you, if you have material that's being released out into the world, make sure you're signed up with your performing rights organization. Every country has their own, and they do tend to work a little bit differently country to country. I'm in Canada, so I'm a member of SOCAN, but I'm actually also a member of ASCAP, and I have a couple of different publishing companies that are either with SOCAN or ASCAP. I would suggest to you that being with the Performing Rights Organization, you'll hear people say PRO, in your own country is great, because sometimes if you can reach out to a real person, it's really helpful. So if you can dial somebody up, get a little guidance, maybe there's a tricky song registration going up, a little problem, things out with a real person is a little bit easier. Now, the PRO is going to administer or gather from all the different sources, TV, radio, it can be some online stuff. I'm not going to define that too much right now because it's too complicated, and it's actually moving around a little bit right now. But let me say that the starting point is signing up with your performing rights organization and getting that started. It's also a great way to make sure that your songs are registered correctly. Distribution. So many people actually ask me, well, how do I get my songs on Apple Music or Spotify or Amazon or whatever it might be? There's lots of great services out there. You use a digital distributor, sometimes called an aggregator, DistroKid, TuneCore, AWOL, CD Baby. There's more. I'm not recommending anybody. those are the sources that distribute you to all the services. So you should get online and do a little bit of research as to what you think works better for you. Some take a larger fee up front but have a lower percentage in the back, and they offer different services, and some of them have different structures. Some of them are built more for a label and an administrator, a bigger system, and some are built more for the independent artist. So just start researching digital distributors and see which works right for you. Okay, let's talk about management, because so many artists that are up and coming that I work with, they say, oh man, if I only had a manager, they could do this for me, they could do that for me. Well, why? What do they want to do that for? The truth is, until you get to a certain stage, there's probably nobody who really wants to work with you yet, because managers make their money off of a percentage of your earnings, and if you're not making any money yet, well, the truth is, who wants to work for free? I mean, you don't, I don't. Unless you have someone in your camp who is like a dynamo, and it happens, and they guide your career, and you both come up together, which can be a great thing, you're going to have a little trouble attracting somebody great. So, learn how all this stuff works yourself. You're going to have to hustle. It's just the way it is. And if you don't know, I mean, you got to know this already. As an artist, a singer, a rapper, a songwriter, you're a brand. You've got to build your own brand. And so understanding how to get work for yourself is so key. The truth is, it is a hustler's business. You're going to have to network. You're going to have to meet people. But go out there, and I know I've talked about this before, but the best way to network is to reach out to people and figure out how you can help them out. Do something for them. Everybody asks the question, what's in it for me? Well, think of something that you can do for them. Reach out and start doing stuff for people. People like to reciprocate, so you tend to get it back. So again, learn to manage yourself. So what do you do now? Well, firstly, maybe this isn't so tangible, but have a little think about what copyright is. And just so you know, someone can buy and sell the copyright of a master recording, the actual recording itself. But if you write a song or you co-write a song, you always own that. You can license somebody to publish it or admit it, and they will get a percentage, but you will always own that copyright. So try and not sell your copyrights or work behind the scenes and just sell stuff off. It's technically not allowed, and in the long run, if you can retain control, then you'll benefit on a long-term basis. So that's why I want you to understand that. So maybe just dig into that and make sure you understand what copyright really is. Number 2 is get started on publishing. I'm gonna explain that better in some more segments. But step 1 would be signing up with your performing rights organization. Do it today, figure out how you can get that done, because that'll get you on the road to registering songs and finding a way to harness the material that you have out in public so that you can start making money off of it. What could be better? Number 3, start doing a little bit of research on digital distribution. Again, AWOL, TuneCore, CD Baby, what have you, so that you can get onto the digital services so that you can start putting your stuff out into the world. There's nothing stopping you from re-examining which digital distributor you're using, and make sure that it's a good fit for you, and make sure that you understand how the reporting works so that you can really see what's going on. Number 4, management. If you can't attract somebody good, you're going to have to do it yourself. Managers, labels, anybody in the music business wants to jump onto a train that's already running. So you're going to have to do it yourself. But in the long run, it works out really well, because if you do it yourself, when those other people do come on board, you'll understand and you'll be able to be a part of the decision-making process and be intelligent and, well, do better for yourself. If any of you are using digital distributors and you have like some reviews of them, pros and cons, it would be so awesome if you would share them below so that the rest of us can see what's working for you and what's working for other people and what might not be working so well. So let me know what you have to say. Let me finish with this. Please stop hurting yourself. Understand this. Maybe you think it's uncool. I know so many artists are like, oh, I'm not a business person. I'm an artist. I'm artistic. That's all good. Be creative. Be artistic. I love it. it's just too many of you who are shying away from that because you think it's uncool to understand the business or because it's too daunting. And it is big, but if you chip away at it, you can learn. I have a friend that says you can eat an elephant one spoonful at a time. So let's get started on that. I know I'm ranting here, but too many of you are just not taking action. If you liked what you heard today and you want to hear more, I will be here sharing everything I know about the music business, not only the recording side, but getting your business together. Please hit the subscribe button, and I will see you next time.